Have you ever sat down at a family gathering, looked around at your kids or grandkids and felt a little disconnected, like the closeness you once had is slipping away? Maybe you've noticed conversations feel surface level, or you're not sure how to bridge the gap with loved ones who seem so busy with their own lives. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. As we get older, keeping those family ties strong can feel trickier, but it's one of the most rewarding things we can do for our happiness and sense of belonging. After 60, your relationships with family can be a source of joy, support, and purpose if you know how to nurture them. That's exactly what we're diving into today. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 6 practical, heartfelt ways to build stronger relationships with your family, no matter how busy they are or how distant things might feel right now. These are simple steps you can start using today to create deeper connections, earn respect, and feel closer to the people who matter most. Let's get started with the first way to make those family bonds stronger. One of the easiest, yet most powerful ways to connect with your family is to become a better listener. I know listening sounds simple, but I'm talking about active listening. Really hearing what your loved ones are saying, not just waiting for your turn to speak after 60. We've got a lifetime of wisdom, and sometimes we're eager to share advice or stories. But here's the thing. Your kids, grandkids, or even siblings might feel more connected to you if they feel truly heard. For example, let's say your daughter is venting about a tough day at work instead of jumping in with, "Well, when I was your age, I dealt with that by..." Try asking a question like, "That sounds really stressful. How are you holding up?" Then let her talk. Not make eye contact and resist the urge to interrupt. This shows you value her feelings and it builds trust. I remember a friend of mine, Helen, who was frustrated because her teenage grandson barely spoke to her. She started asking him open-ended questions about his video games, something she knew nothing about, and just listened. Over time, he opened up, and now they have a special bond. To make this work, try this trick next time someone in your family is talking. Count to 3 before responding. It gives them space to finish and shows you're fully present. Active listening isn't just about hearing words. It's about making your family feel seen and valued. And when they feel that, they're more likely to come to you, share more, and deepen that connection. Now let's move on to another way to strengthen those family ties: sharing your stories. You've lived a rich life, decades of experiences, challenges, and triumphs that your family might not know about. Sharing personal stories isn't just about reminiscing. It's a way to pass down values, spark meaningful conversations, and help your family see you as more than just mom or grandpa. Think about a moment in your life that shaped who you are. Maybe how you overcame a tough time, like moving to a new city with no money, or a funny story, like the time you accidentally dyed your hair green before a big event. These stories humanize you and give your family a window into your world. For instance, my Uncle Joe used to tell us about his days as a young mechanic, fixing cars with no tools but a wrench and some grit. Those stories didn't just entertain us. They taught us resilience and made us feel closer to him. You don't need to wait for a special occasion to share. Try bringing up a story during dinner, or even writing a short letter to a grandchild about a memory from your youth. If you're not sure where to start, pick one moment from each decade of your life and share it casually, like, "You know, when I was your age, I got lost on a road trip and learned." Your family will start to see you in a new light, and those stories can spark questions and conversations that bring you closer. Plus, it's a gift to pass down memories they'll carry forever. As we wrap up these first 2 ideas, active listening and sharing your stories, you're already on your way to building stronger, more meaningful connections with your family. Listening shows them you care about their world, and sharing your stories invites them into yours. Both create a bridge that makes everyone feel valued and understood. But there's more to explore, like how to set healthy boundaries without pushing anyone away. Let's keep going and talk about that next. So you've got the first 2 steps down: actively listening to your family to make them feel heard, and sharing your stories to open up your world to them. These are like laying the foundation for a stronger, closer relationship with your kids, grandkids, or siblings. But building those bonds doesn't stop there. Sometimes, to keep things healthy and respectful, you need to set some ground rules. That brings us to the next way to strengthen your family ties: setting healthy boundaries. Now, I know the word boundaries might sound a bit stiff, like you're putting up walls, but it's actually about creating space for mutual respect and understanding. After 60, you deserve relationships that feel balanced, where you're not always giving in or feeling taken for granted. Let's say your adult son has a habit of dropping by unannounced, expecting you to drop everything and host. It's great to see him, but if it leaves you feeling drained or disrespected, that's a sign a boundary might help. You could say something like, "I love our visits, can we plan them ahead so I'm ready and we can really enjoy our time together?" It's kind, clear, and sets an expectation without shutting the door. Or maybe a grandchild keeps asking for money and it's straining your budget. You might say, "I want to support you, but I can only help in other ways, like teaching you how to budget or spending time together." The key is to be firm but loving, explaining what works for you while keeping the relationship warm. I had a neighbor, Clara, who felt overwhelmed by her daughter's constant requests for babysitting. She finally said, "I adore watching the kids, but I need one weekend a month to recharge. Let's pick which days work." Her daughter appreciated the honesty, and their relationship actually got stronger because Clara felt respected. To make this work, think about one area where you feel stretched too thin by family. Maybe it's time, energy, or money, and practice a simple, kind phrase to set a limit. Boundaries aren't about pushing people away. They're about making sure everyone feels valued, including you. When you model respect for yourself, your family learns to respect you more too. Let's shift gears now to another powerful way to bring your family closer, planning activities together. This one's all about creating shared experiences that build memories and give everyone something to look forward to. After 60, it's easy to feel like family time just happens at holidays or big events, but intentional activities, even small ones, can make a huge difference. The trick is to pick something that feels fun and doable for everyone, no matter their age or interests. For example, you could start a monthly game night with simple card games or board games that get everyone laughing. If you're not sure what your family likes, ask them. Say, "Hey, what's a fun thing we could do together?" You might be surprised by their ideas, or try something like cooking a family recipe together. Maybe your famous lasagna, and let the grandkids help stir or set the table. I know a guy, Tom, who started a walking club with his adult kids. Every Sunday, they'd stroll through a local park, chat, and grab coffee. It became their thing, and it gave them time to catch up without any pressure. If mobility is an issue, you could host a movie night at home with a classic film, or even watch old family videos to spark stories and laughs. The point is to create regular moments where everyone can relax and connect. To get started, pick one activity you think your family would enjoy and suggest it with enthusiasm. Like, I was thinking we could try a puzzle night this weekend. What do you think? These shared moments don't just build closeness. They give your family something to bond over for years to come. And honestly, there's nothing like seeing your grandkids' face light up when they beat you at Uno to remind you how much these connections matter. As we've talked about setting boundaries and planning activities, you're building a toolbox for stronger family relationships, ones that feel respectful, fun, and full of shared moments. But there's more to explore, like how forgiving past hurts can open the door to deeper connections. Let's dive into that next. You're already making great strides towards stronger family connections with active listening, sharing your stories, setting healthy boundaries, and planning fun activities together. These steps are like weaving a stronger thread between you and your loved ones, creating relationships that feel warm and supportive. But sometimes there's an obstacle that can hold us back from truly connecting, an old hurt or misunderstanding that lingers in the background. That brings us to the next way to build stronger family ties: forgiving past conflicts. Now, I know forgiveness can feel like a big word, especially if someone in your family has hurt you deeply, whether it's a harsh word from years ago or a bigger betrayal. After 60, we've had plenty of time for those moments to pile up, and carrying that weight can make it harder to feel close. But here's the thing: forgiveness doesn't mean pretending nothing happened or letting someone walk all over you. It's about letting go of the anger or resentment so you can enjoy your relationships without that cloud hanging over you. For example, maybe your son snapped at you during a stressful time a few years back, and it still stings when you think about it. Instead of holding on to that, you could start by acknowledging your feelings, maybe even write them down to get clear. Then try a small step, like saying to him, "I know we had a rough moment back then, but I'd love for us to move forward and spend more time together." It's not about rehashing every detail. It's about opening the door to a fresh start. I had a friend, Margaret, who hadn't spoken to her sister for years over an argument about their parents' care. One day she sent a simple card saying, "I miss you, can we talk?" That small act of reaching out led to a tearful phone call and eventually a renewed bond. To make this work, think of one family member where there's tension, even if it's small, and take a tiny step, maybe a kind word or a gesture, like inviting them for coffee. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself as much as them, freeing up space for joy and closeness. It's not always easy, but it can transform how you feel with your family, making every moment together lighter and more meaningful. Now let's wrap up with the final way to strengthen those family relationships: showing appreciation regularly. This one's so simple but incredibly powerful. After 60, we often assume our family knows how much we love and value them, but saying it out loud or showing it in small ways can make a huge difference. Think about how good it feels when someone thanks you for something you did or tells you they're proud of you. Your family craves that too, no matter their age. For instance, if your daughter helped you with a doctor's appointment, you could say, "I really appreciate how you made time for me. It means a lot." Or tell your grandkid, "I'm so proud of how hard you're working at school. You're going to do great things." These words stick with people. You can also show appreciation through actions like writing a short note to your son, saying, "I'm grateful for our talks. They always brighten my day," or giving a small gift like baking cookies for a family member. Just because I know a woman, Linda, who started a habit of texting one family member each week with something she admired about them. Her kids and grandkids started doing it back, and now their family group chat is full of little moments of love. To start, pick one person in your family this week and tell them something specific you appreciate about them. It could be their kindness, their humor, or even how they make you laugh. Make it a habit and you'll notice your family lighting up and wanting to connect more. Appreciation builds a cycle of positivity where everyone feels valued and eager to stay close. As we've walked through these 6 ways: listening actively, sharing your stories, setting boundaries, planning activities, forgiving past hurts, and showing appreciation, you've got a roadmap to create family relationships that are stronger, happier, and more fulfilling. These aren't just tips. They're small, doable actions that can transform how you connect with the people you love most. You don't have to do them all at once. Just start with one, like saying thank you to someone today, or listening a little closer at the next family dinner. Small steps lead to big changes, and you deserve to feel that warmth and support from your family at this stage of life. I'd love to hear how you're building those connections. Share your stories or ideas in the comments below. It's always inspiring to hear from you. If you found this helpful, give the video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more ways to live your best life after 60. Here's to creating family moments that fill your heart with joy. See you in the next video.